Has new guys coming in and pretty interesting set of guys. The thing is, Batangas really just kept the core of the team. So we'll see if the changes or the core, which one would really be parang aangat para dito sa laban na to.
You're watching us live on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel and also on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. Titignan natin ang ating team standings. Coach Mike, simula tayo sa South. Kumbaga sa status, it's complicated. Itong 3rd to 8th spot, Rizal and Muntinlupa separating by just half a game here, Coach Mike.
No, long and short of it is that if you're team number 3 all the way to team number 8, you pretty much still got a chance to get to the top 4 depending on how you perform in your next games. And so napakahalaga na mag-battle it out yung mga teams na yan. Samantalang ito namang 9 pababa, talagang dikit rin para makaabot ka doon at least sa top 10 and get a chance for the playoffs.
At sa kabilang dako naman, sa North Division, Pampanga, 14-4. A win here would move them closer dito sa Abra and San Juan. At very important dito, Coach Mike, hindi pa nila nakakalaban itong dalawang kupunan na ito. Abra has that showdown against Nueva Ecija on Saturday. So that's gonna be a crucial game between the two top teams in the North. And nakita natin sa South Division, Coach Mike, Batangas, if they win this game, they will move up to solo 3rd in the South. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin, isa sa mga manlalaro, mga bagong race back para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns, Jan Nermal, who played for Bacoor in Season 5. Natalo sila in the finals against Pampanga. But here, donning the Pampanga Giant Lanterns jersey, and this was a solid debut despite the slow start in the first half para dito kay Nermal.
Yeah, 14 points in 19 minutes of action. He shot, 4 of 9 from the field, 6 of 7 from 3. He got 3 steals. If there's one thing about that game of Jan Nermal that you hope would even produce better para dito sa Pampanga is the 3-point shooting, where he was actually 0 out of 3. But you'd like to think that this is going to be, a good transition for him, especially on the 3-point make.
Scoreless nung first 2 quarters, bumawi naman nung second half. Ito si Jan Nermal. Pagdating naman sa panig nitong Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, we all know it's Levi Hernandez who's been the catalyst para dito sa Batangas. But this guy, despite yung limited production, Coach Mike, he has been shooting really well from beyond the arc. And here, nakita natin Levi Hernandez and Archie Concepcion. Ito yung ating player matchup. And we see Ken Ighalo here na binanggit ko na nga, Coach Mike, na medyo nahihirapan siya in terms of shooting, in terms of production, in terms of points. Pero yung field goal shooting, especially from free, napaka-impressive para dito kay Ken.
At napakahalaga na nung sa game na iyon is 7 of 9 from 3-point siya, which is 78% 3-point makes. The reason that I say that is because that's actually how he's produced well para sa Davao when he played last season for them. And makikita mo kung gaano ka-importante at halaga na makashoot sa 3 points itong si Kenneth Ighalo, because it really helps spread that floor in the paint para dito sa Batangas Rum Masters.
And it's gonna be very interesting if he could sustain that hot shooting. Ito si Ken Ighalo shooting 44% from beyond the arc this season. Ngayon, tungo tayo sa ating player matchup. Nakita natin, no? Itong dalawang manlalaro nito, Coach Mike, parehong bigatin. Archie Concepcion and Levi Hernandez certainly have balled out for the respective teams this season.
And when you talk about respective teams, 14.8 points para dito kay Archie Concepcion. He's actually the 2nd leading scorer for the Giant Lanterns. Levi Hernandez naman is number 1 when it comes to points. Let's just say a lot of the points have really come from these two guys. Rebounds are pretty much the same, pero si Archie Concepcion really looking more for dimes, finding open teammates of his. But let alone the number of minutes, medyo heavy ang load ng minutes para dito kay Archie, because in a game he roughly gets about 27 minutes. Samantalang itong si Levi Hernandez, because of the rotation of Coach Cholo, really gets a well-managed 22 minutes for him.
At yung dalawang Kapampangan kasama yung kanilang fellow Kapampangan, walang iba kundi si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Maraming salamat, Ken. I'm with my 2 kabalens for tonight, both hailing from Mexico, Pampanga. But tonight, it's gonna be a battle between Lomi and Sisi. Kasama natin ngayong gabi si Archie Concepcion of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and Levi Hernandez of the Batangas Tanduay Masters. Archie, kilala ang Batangas sa pisikal na depensa. Paano ka nag-prepare to stay aggressive and effective sa opensa as you face Levi ngayong gabi?
Yun nga po, known sila na matagal na magkakasama, and yung experience nila talagang simula ilang season magkakasama na sila, kaya niready lang namin yung team namin, bawat isa sa kanila para makuha yung panalo ngayon.
Maraming salamat, Archie Concepcion of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And now, Levi, isa si Archie sa mga fastest wings sa liga. Paano mo pinaghandaan para ma-stop siya ngayong gabi?
Yun nga, yung effort namin sa practice, lahat naman ng player ng Pampanga, kailangan lahat sila pinaghandaan namin. Hindi lang isang player yung kailangan namin i-stop dito sa team na to eh. Kailangan namin dito effort saka yung intensity namin sa game.
At Levi, ano namang mensahe mo para sa mga Batanggenyos na patuloy na sumusuporta sa inyo?
Sa lahat ng mga taga-Batangas, maraming salamat sa pagsuporta nyo sa amin. Huwag kayong magsawang sumuporta sa amin and bigyan namin kayo ng magandang laban.
Maraming salamat, Levi Hernandez of the Batangas Tanduayra Masters. Now, let's turn you over to Miguel Perey for the starters.
And here we go, mga kaliga, with our main game here inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. It's the battle of the champions between Pampanga Giant Lanterns versus your Batangas City Tanduayra Masters. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Now, let's meet the starters. First, for the MPBL reigning and defending back-to-back champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns, AMG3 Construction. Starting at guard, number 12, John Fa. Forward, number 23, Alan Mina. Also at forward, number 9, Chris Lalata. Playing center, number 1, Larry Muyang. Also at guard, number 2, the Royal Bazooka, Archie Concepcion. The Giant Lanterns is led by Pedic Di Matulak. Coaching consultants, Alan Trinidad, Mervin Mercado, and Georgie Jovicic. Assistant team managers, Ronald Nulud and Raymond Guevara. Team manager and team owner is Aurelio A.G. Gonzalez III. And now, Batangas City, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit for your MPBL inaugural season champions, your Batangas City Tanduayra Masters. Starting at forward, number 15, Don Ochea. Playing center, number 24, Mark Cruz. One guard, number 13, MJ De La Virgen. Also at guard, number 45, Jong Baloria. And at power forward, number 53, Sid Ablasa. The head coach for Batangas City is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches, C.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Enrile. Assistant team manager, Gilbert Alea. Team manager, Jean Alabanza. LGO partner is Mayor Marvin Marino. Team owner is Lucio Tan III.
Starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet. The visitors start off with John Fa, Archie Concepcion, Larry Muyang, Chris Lalata, and Alan Mina. Batangas City with a backcourt of MJ De La Virgen and Jong Baloria up front, Mark Cruz, Sen Ablaza, and Don Ochea. Our game officials for this ball game, Michael Kinay, Efren Aganan, and Elaine Subere. Fourth referee is Leonardo Layosa. This is the sixth home game of Batangas. They are 3-2 currently, yung home record nila, Coach Mike. And just very important to note here, yung dalawang talo nila came against teams with an above 500 record in Quezon and Pangasinan. Yung mga tinalo naman nila, Basilan, Val City, and itong Pasig.
Oo, totoo yan. And even if you look at their last 4 games where they actually won, it was pretty close. Against Rizal, Binyan, and Cebu were the only one by 3 points. As you see, a basket right there para dito sa Batangas Rum Masters, to the delight of the fans here at home. And Seda Blasa goes to the line for the extra bonus free throw. And the thing is about these Pampanga Giant Lanterns, these new guys that's coming in should really help out in the scoring, especially with John Nermal and just more firepower. Pretty much for the most part, they've been highly concentrated on Larry Muyang and Archie Concepcion.
Concepcion immediately with a three-pointer to tie the ball game up at 3 apiece.
One of their top 3-point shooters. Of course, Archie Concepcion, you'd like for him to perform better from 3 because it helps spread that floor for them, especially for him individually. It's not so much that he's taken those threes, but when he does, good chance that he's taking them for good purposes.
This is going to be interesting for Pampanga, how Allen Mina and Archie Concepcion could play well off of each other. Because both are really lethal scorers para dito sa Pampanga.
Oh, let's not leave out John Fa. You understand, John Fa is going to be a key addition as Coach Petic there, running the floor para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And again, interesting itong bantayan na to, John Fa versus MJ de la Vergen.
MJ, certainly the more experienced player, but John Fa, only 20 years old. Now he attacks, pinagpag lang yung depensa ni MJ, and he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
And pretty much that's how John Fa plays with pace. He brings the ball middle of the floor, and once he gets inside the paint, I feel that's an facet of his game that he still needs to develop, that 2-foot stop inside the paint so that he has control. And so to create separation, ginagamit niya yung bunggo ng shoulders, which is exactly what we saw on that drive against MJ de la Vergen.
And Coach Mike, I may sound like a broken record here, but the question always for John Fa is gonna be, number 1, how yung kanyang monstrous numbers in Manila will translate here sa Pampanga. And number 2, how his youth, can that also be an asset or a detriment dito sa title aspirations itong Pampanga?
I'd like to think at the upside of John Fa. The guy is young. And so he's in a league, a pro league, competing against these veteran guys. As you see a knockdown 3 again this time by Seda Blasa. It's just a lot of learning para dito kay John Fa. And the best teacher, I still say, is always going to be experience. I mean, him getting a lot of floor time just shows you how much they believe in the potential of a John Fa for the Giant Lanterns.
6 early points for Seda Blasa. Has been averaging only 7 points on 31.3% shooting the past couple of games. De la Vergen, 7 on their shot clock. Mark Cruz, laban kay Archie Concepcion. Shot clock winding down. Baloria has to put it up. It's good!
Oh, man. The threes are falling here in Batangas. They're 2 out of 4 from that line. And so far, good shooting then from 3 para dito sa Giant Lanterns. They're 1 out of 2.
Allen Mina to Archie Concepcion. 5 sa shot clock ng Giant Lanterns. Lalata can't hit it. Ablaza secures the rebound for Batangas.
And you just feel the higher level of urgency when it comes to the defensive stops para dito sa Batangas. They do know it's important. They give only 1 crack at the basket para dito sa Giant Lanterns. What a move!
Double cross. Ablaza got fouled on his way up.
Oh boy, if you've got Seda Blasa, being creative right now and trying to open spaces on the floor, trying to chase it, you'd love it if you're Coach Cholo.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
That's a veteran right there. Understands, looks at the clock, 1 second left, gotta let this go. And trust in my muscle memory, John Baloria knocks down that 3.
Early 5-point lead for Batangas, 9-4. Pampanga with a timeout. Pampanga Giant Lanterns find themselves behind early here in quarter number 1 behind this good-sized crowd inside the Batangas City Coliseum.
Oh, yes. Always a good-sized crowd here.
Having fun on a Tuesday night, especially our commissioner, Kenneth Duremdes, head of operations, Emerita, head of security, Rud Distrito, at si Ascom, nakapamewang pa.
Oo nga.
Ascom sa tour, also part of that.
The first thing I always look at when we get to the venue is Ascom shoes.
Special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Talaga ba?
He has really nice sneakers and kicks. Kasabi ko sa kanya, ganda ng mga sneakers mo, ah.
Seda Blaza at the line. He is still, Coach Mike, the second leading scorer para dito sa Batangas. But he is averaging his lowest numbers since his 5th season dito sa Batangas, where he only averaged 9.3 points. Pero may caveat doon because he came in very late in the season.
That's right.
6 games lang siya nun.
Right. I feel that Sed has actually shifted his attention to defense. He's actually the second best when it comes to rebounds, and number 1 when it comes to blocks, and second when it comes to steals. And so it's very important for a defensive team like Batangas to have that much of a contribution from Sed. Offensively, no doubt. Half-court execution, they're one of the best. Itong Batangas.
Plaza balik kay MJ. De La Virgen laban kay John Fa. 5 sa shot clock ng Batangas City. De La Virgen gets it to Dono Chea. Plaza was there for the offensive rebound. And the ball was poked from behind by Alan Mina.
You just see the activity. I mean, Seda Blaza trying to chase an offensive rebound in a moment when he could have, that shot's not going to go in. I'd rather go down and defend. But he just keeps on pouring it on. A 3 right here in the corner.
Sent Ablaza with 10 early points in quarter number 1.
And more importantly, they are 3 of 5 from 3 points.
Egilos balik kay Concepcion. Archie stops on the dime. Left it short. Jemo Egilos kicks it back out. Concepcion reloads. No good. Multiple shot opportunities being given here to Pampanga. But a steal by Mark Cruz.
But not really a good angle of a pass going the post side from John Fa. Could have, tilted it a little bit going to the left, and so it would have been a clearer pass for Jemo Egilos.
Mark Cruz caught with a moving screen. Offensive foul against Mark Cruz.
And so now Coach Pedic takes out John Fa, and John Fa immediately gets some pointers from the coaching staff, and they bring in a veteran guard in Andre Arminion.
Ito yung challenge para dito sa Pampanga because Raymond Binuya, now his status is in question for the rest of the season for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. So that left a huge void sa point guard spot dito para sa Pampanga.
Good move. I love that move by Chris Lalata. No, you were talking about Binuya. That is, I agree, a huge loss because at certain points in games, you insert him, brings a lot of energy, brings a lot of stability. And of course, he's one of the longest tenured Giant Lanterns in this team.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Lalata sablay yung kanyang unang free throw.
He's actually their third best rebounder and their number 1 guy when it comes to shot blocking. Itong si Chris Lalata. And so, much as when he played in previous teams, he was really more focused on scoring. Right now, it's pretty much balanced on the defensive end as well.
Saka isa ito sa mga manlalaro na nanggaling sa PBA. Pagbalik dito sa MPBL, iba na eh. Iba na yung kumpiyansa, how he moves. And I think that's what we're gonna see later on kay John Nermal. And he has the benefit now of having himself getting himself going rather in the second half in that previous game against Sarangani.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. John Normal is gonna find his rhythm within the game. Sa tagal ng the games that he's played here in the MPBL, understanding the physicality and knowing some of the players, some familiar faces that he's going up against, he knows how to fit in this game. Oh, MJ from way outside.
Kept it short though. Agawan sa bola, bagsak si Ochea.
Another one.
Ablaza free for a free. Wala pa din. Ochea with another offensive rebound. Inside, Mark Cruz. 2 free throws coming up. Don Ochea is actually their best offensive rebounder para dito sa Batangas City Tanduay Masters. Averaging 2.7 offensive boards this season.
And the way it looks so far, Ken, hustle, if that's a stat that we can measure, I feel more on the side of Batangas. Crashing boards, moving their feet. And eventually there is going to be a moment then in this game where everything settles down, and that's when, maturity, execution. Right now, the energy is pretty high here in this gym, especially with Batangas leading by 8. And then Levy Hernandez now on the floor. Boy, this is going to be interesting.
This guy on the line, Mark Cruz, posting career highs in almost every statistical category this season. 8.5 points, 5.9 rebounds, 56.4% from the field, and 71.4% from the free throw line.
Yeah, I think yun yung impressive. Yung field goal shooting percentage niya, close to 60 from the field, almost 70 from the free throw line. And the thing is, he's also their third best when it comes to rebounds. And so a lot of different stuff that he's offered here for the Rum Masters. Rum Masters right now trying to exploit that open floor situation. Oh no.
Ighalo can't hit the free. Alcoriza hauls in the miss. 1 out of 11 lang ang Pampanga, 9% from the field. 4 of 11 naman ang Batangas City. 3-second violation against the Giant Lanterns.
Yeah, they were looking away from the little high-low, possible little high-low with J-Mo Egeles. Itong si GP, he was looking towards that handoff from the corner. I guess that was Arminion. So little stall here in terms of the offense for Pampanga. That 5-point output so far with almost 7 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Considering that it's the Giant Lanterns, that is pretty low.
Pampanga came into this game number 4 in terms of field goal percentage, 44.5%. Pero itong Batangas City, number 4 din in terms of giving up points, only giving up 71.6 points. Levy Hernandez will be called for that personal, an offensive foul.
And that was a good call. I mean, definitely si Levy Hernandez was moving on that screen. And at any moment now, they're going to bring in John Ambuluto to inject a little bit of energy here for the bigs. Andre Erminion.
Clemente puts it on the deck. Another turnover forced by the stingy defense of the Rum Masters. And a fan favorite coming in, John Ambuluto. And boy, yung presence niya sa ilalim and the lift he provided, especially during the tough times, para dito sa Batangas, welcome sight yan by Coach Cholo Villanueva.
At saka effort and energy guy. Si John Ambuluto.
Ambo to Levy. Pinapantayan ni Renz Alcoriza.
Good switch.
8 on their shot clock. Hernandez, no foul call.
Oh, that's a foul.
Ighalo sending Andre Armenion to the deck.
Yeah, Kenneth got beat that moment. The moment that he lunged right in front of Andre Armenion, that's definitely going to be a foul. He tried to go in there and he lunged inside. Out of control, definitely a foul.
Now, you don't want to do, if you're Batangas City, is give up those silly turnovers and give a chance dito sa Pampanga to get in transition.
And I think they're smarter than that. They know the importance of not turning the ball over and giving up points to your opponent.
Was AJ Gonzalez looking on. Still early.
Oh yeah.
Pampanga trailing by 7.
I don't think this is a cause for worry right now for Pampanga Giant Lanterns. You're only down, 6 points. This is just a 2-possession game. And you still haven't inserted John Nermalo on the floor. So far, I feel Giant Lanterns are still pretty steady here.
Hernandez gets to his spot and gets it to go.
And when you talk about steady, footwork, offensive schemes, just a competitor, Levy Hernandez is going to bring that every game.
Pretty much fired up right now. Ito si Levy Hernandez. Had some choice words for Coach Pendic di matulak. And Levy and Renz get entangled.
This is a game of pride, actually.
Kapampangan yan si Levy Hernandez.
Oo.
Huwag nating kalimutan.
And Coach Pedic was actually signaling na parang may extend ng arm itong si Levy Hernandez. On that, yun sinasabi niya. Before Renz actually fell down on the floor.
Coach Pedic still not happy with our game officials.
Yeah. And because right now at this moment, this is pretty much a slow start, considering it's the Giant Lanterns in the first quarter. We almost have a little over a minute left, and you're only scoring 7 points, and you're shooting about just 8%. You only have a field goal to show.
Coach Cholo Villanueva on the other side. Ang pakiramdam ni Coach Pedic, si Levy is getting away with swing of the arm towards the direction of a defending Renz Alcoriza.
Pero considering the calls that our officials have been calling, definitely they will allow a certain level of physicality. And right now, what's even more concerning for the Giant Lanterns, their only field goal basket was that 3-point make of Archie Concepcion. Foot race on its way.
Ang bilis ni Ambo! Oh! Gets 2 points!
The big question here for the Giant Lanterns, where are the field goals gonna come? Because after that made 3 by Archie Concepcion earlier, nobody has scored from the field for the Giant Lanterns.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Need energy, need effort, that's your man right there, John Ambaludto. Pretty much was a little bit behind on that race, but he just went and snatch that 50-50 ball enough to finish it. And right now, this is a 11-point lead for the Giant Lanterns. And once again, they go to the line, to which right now they are a 5 out of 7 from there. The guys who have actually made shot attempts, Concepcion has made 3 attempts. Mina has made a couple of attempts. Clemente has made a couple of attempts. And so far, it's just Concepcion with a field goal.
Levy wants to post up Renz Alcoriza. Now settles for a free. Paundo with a rebound for Pampanga. Down by 10. Alcoriza off the bounce. This is something Pampanga is so good at. Getting to the line, number 1 in the league right now in terms of free throw makes, 17.2 free throws made per contest.
Well, it's really the effort on the defensive side and a lot of team ball para dito sa Batangas Rum Masters. It's 6 versus 1 in terms of assists para dito sa Batangas. And you look at the points in the paints, it's pretty much more in Batangas. That's 4-0 in that department. And you're pretty much surprised, because you'd like to think na these guys are going to score a lot of points inside the paint, the Giant Lanterns. And Larry Muyang so far has only seen 4 minutes of action here in the first quarter. You do expect he's going to come back with a little bit more of force, a little bit more of urgency here when he come back in the second.
Oh, 2 early fouls eh.
Oo.
Si Kuya Lars.
Yes.
21 seconds remaining here in the first period. Panyamogan fades away, rolls out. Pagkakataon. Sana para sa Pampanga pero nahuli si GP Faundo with an offensive foul.
Well, John Ambuluto is pretty much an initiator of, you know, this chippiness. He plays with a lot of physicality and he doesn't mind getting bumped, getting hurt, getting pushed. But along the way, if you get caught, that's pretty much what's going to happen. You see that little action right there. You know, GP and John pretty much got into it, but it was, you know, the retaliation or the response of GP that got caught and so that foul.
Timeout muna tayo. 11.8 seconds remaining. Batangas with a 9-point lead. Next 3 games of the Giant Lanterns on July 15 versus the Val City Magic. On the 23rd versus the Bulacan Cuyas. On the 29th, they will take on the Basilan Star Horse.
Well, those first two are actually, you know, mid or lower tier teams, but Basilan, you understand the kind of talent that those guys have, so that's going to be a very interesting match as well with them. Oh, wow!
Na libre, what an inbound pass! What a play off a timeout!
The least guy you'd expect to get an alley-oop.
Clemente tried to draw a foul. And the first quarter comes to an end. A dream start for the home team, the Batangas City Tanduay Masters.
Well, getting a lot of energy to start pretty much on the defensive end of the floor. I mean, you know, a lot of executions underneath. Said the Blast started with a lot of push and a lot of energy. 3 out of 4 from the field with a couple of rebounds to go with those 9 points, and those threes have really fallen for said. And it really just sets the tone of this home game here for Batangas.
They have an 11-point lead heading into the second quarter, 20-9. Special deal from MonexBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Glad to be with you here dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. Next 3 games naman ng Tanduay Masters. July 21 versus Mindoro. 28 kalaban ng Caloocan. August 5 against Muntinlupa. Sunod-sunod pala yung mga matitinding laban nitong Batangas.
Oh. And so it's very important for them to come prepared. And I pretty much feel even the Giant Lanterns are prepared for all their games. Oh, wow.
Levi Hernandez having a field day. They're now 8 of 17 from the field. Yung Pampanga, 1 of 13 lang in the first quarter.
The automatic offense right there, attempt for John Nermal. See this lane opening up. Good jab going middle. But he went to his left and that high leap of a finger roll for the sniper de Mexico and Levi Hernandez.
John Nermal missing on the first free throw.
Well, John Nermal is gonna ease in this system of the Giant Lanterns. You know, alam naman natin kung anong klaseng scorer ito si John Nermal. He had 14 points in what 10 minutes of action in their last game. And you know he's so much better than that, especially as we saw him in the previous seasons.
The 5 now for Batangas, Levi Hernandez, O'Neal Arim, Philip Panyamogan, John Ambuluto, and Ken Ighalo.
And I love this, you know, length of the floor defense. Oh man.
Picture perfect pass. O'Neal Arim with a setup job for Ken Ighalo. Nermal, nowhere to go, fades away, short. Lalata there for the cleanup.
And Lalata so far has provided them that, you know, boost of energy on the offensive rebounds and really getting into the paint and figuring out how to get points for them.
Tres ni Panyamogan. Wala yan. Bola napunta kay Larry Muyang. Now he's joined by John Fa, Chris Lalata, Archie Concepcion, and John Nermal. John Fa had to adjust. Bagsak si Lalata at si Ambuluto. Lalata holding on to his right ankle.
Seems injured, Lalata. This is 5-on-4 right now.
And Larry Muyang rushing to the aid of Chris Lalata.
Because these are the closest couple of players. You see that drive by John Fa. Guys leave. Oh, man.
That's gotta hurt. Hopefully nothing serious.
Look more ankle to me if you know that video that we saw. Inadvertent though. Both those guys were actually going for the rebound, and you see how Larry Muyang actually attends to Chris Lalata because based on my observation, these two guys are very close. Ito si Larry at saka si Chris.
And mabigat yan, Coach Mike, dahil nga uncertain pa yung status ni Raymond Binuya. And then, ito nga si Chris Lalata with an injury. We'll probably get an update later from Miss Lyra Punsalan. Non-one man na naman itong Pampanga dito.
Ang maganda lang dito sa Giant Lanterns, they have a good set of bigs that, you know, pwedeng pumalit dito kay Chris Lalata. Unlike si Binuya, they're pretty thin when it comes to the... Oh, man!
Levi Hernandez. May baong tingin pa sa bench ng Pampanga after that free.
Wow.
Levi with 8 points.
One thing that can't happen now if you're the Giant Lanterns is to, you know, stay uncomfortable dito sa klase ng depensa. And a good finish right there by John Nermal.
Long 2-point shot.
Yeah, and at some point of time, alam mo naman na papasok at papasok rin yun eh. They break this press. Another 3 on its way.
Levi, that one rolling out. Concepcion, bounce pass inside. Sonny Estil, nasa loob na for the Giant Lanterns.
But look at how packed that lane is. Nobody's getting inside easily.
Concepcion straight away free, no good. Estil dumps it down
There you
low.
go.
That's something they need to do more of. Finding Larry Muyang underneath.
Without a doubt. They're gonna need Larry to claim that paint area right now. And I don't think there's anyone that can stop Larry Muyang up close underneath.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And I think that's one of the things that they missed in the first quarter, that inside-out presence with Larry Muyang getting the ball on the block and then, you know, weak side and post side action. And like what I said, once you get him on that side of the floor, it is difficult to stop a Larry Muyang down on the low post.
Balik sa loob si MJ Televerhen para sa Batangas, holding on to an 11-point lead. MJ gets to his spot. Off to the right, Nermal the rebound. Chance to cut it to single digits. John Fa back to John Nermal. Laban kay Levi Hernandez. Gusto niyang umangat si Larry Muyang, involving Ambuluto in that pick and roll action. Nermal thought he got fouled. Pushing it are the Drum Masters. Televerhen inside. Ambuluto got pushed, and Muyang, if it's on him, that's his third.
this is so far an impressive showing on the offensive end for the Batangas Rum Masters. That ball keeps on moving. That ball stays hot. I mean, you see that he already had a shot, but I got a teammate underneath and Larry tried to cover. That a foul on Larry Muyang?
Oo, tatlo na siya.
Oh man.
Papaltan siya dito ni Jemo Egilos.
And then the thing about Larry Muyang getting into early foul trouble is, you're getting him out of his rhythm. He's a guy who does not command for the ball so much, but he really just loves to participate on the floor. But with him sitting down on the block, this guy's got to score a lot and got to get more attention. Of course, Jemo Egilos has partnered with Balti Baltasar in the previous years, and his experience having played with him, should bring up some level of confidence for Jemo Egilos to perform in this match.
And also won a championship here with Batangas City. Ito si Jemo Egilos.
And you like that quick turn to the baseline there by Jemo Egilos as John Amboluto was trying to topside him. And good decision by Jemo.
Pabasa siya lamang. Apinan, nasa loob na para sa Batangas City.
Masyado mataas yung pasa ni John Fa.
De La Virgen.
There are cross matches right now. You've got a big on a small, and you've got John Fa. Now they switch.
Jexter will not force it. Will pull it back out to MJ De La Virgen. Swing pass, Ighalo. Way off on that shot. Apinan, the offensive board. Jexter drives baseline. Great cut. Ighalo with a full head of steam. Gets the basket.
Their principles of play right now really being done well. Oh, what a move by Archie Concepcion. And you just love that if you're a Giant Lantern. You'd like for this guy right here to be more aggressive scoring.
You get a sense that it's time for him to take over. Ito si Archie Concepcion.
Yeah. And the Rum Masters has pretty much denied that right side of the floor attack for anyone. But Archie says, no, everybody's got their backs turned at that moment. I see that open post area down on the floor, and I'm going to use my speed to go downhill and attack and finish.
Concepcion a chance to cut it to 8.
The Giant Lanterns are still in a good spot here. You're down only 8. Despite the struggles in scoring, you are still in a good spot.
Just 6 out of 22 shooting from the field itong Pampanga. Meanwhile, Batangas beginning to miss from the outside. Concepcion nagmamadali, pulls it back out. CJ Delfino, his first stint here in this ball game.
Take it. Good
Concepcion
There you
gets
go.
it to go from downtown.
Yeah, Archie's got to take that shot. I mean, that was a good dribble handoff. The defense goes under. You got to forget about the earlier misses. You got to take that shot. You just believe in your experience as a Giant Lantern.
Hernandez gustong sumagot, can't connect. Apinan with another offensive rebound. MJ, lima na lang sa kanilang shot clock. Apinan, susugod, tried to dump it down low, turnover against Batangas City. Mermal kept his dribble, forcing it up. Egilos sa loob.
Look at
In
the
traffic.
four dark shirts converging on Jemo.
Mermal getting past Ambulunto. And if it's on Ambo, pangatlo na rin niya yan.
And dito mo makikita yung halaga ng good reads like this one right here.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Well, the defense caught napping right there, went under after that dribble handoff. And just the catch and shoot situation, I love how Archie Concepcion took that shot.
We have an update on Chris Lalata mula kay Miss Laia Kapunsalan.
Unfortunately, Chris Lalata will not be returning to the game after sustaining a right ankle injury earlier in the matchup. According to the team's medical staff, he is currently under close assessment and won't be cleared to play for the remainder of the game. It's a concerning development as this already his second injury on the same ankle. Napuruhan talaga, they shared, and precautions are being taken to avoid further damage. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. That's an unfortunate development on the side of Pampanga. So Chris Lalata will not return. But others have picked up the slack, particularly Jan Nermal and Archie Concepcion. It's a 14-2 run as Pampanga pulls to within 3 points, 29-26 timeout Batangas. Comparative stats na magkabilang kupunan, Coach Mike. Pampanga, one of the best offensive teams and rebounding teams in the league. Samantala, itong Batangas City, one of the best defensive and rebounding teams naman.
Yeah, I guess nakikita rin natin dito sa game na to, defense and assist pretty much an advantage on the side of Batangas. But when you look at points in the paints and scoring, that really more is to the favor of the Giant Lanterns. And is it something that we're seeing right now here on the floor? Partially yes, except for the scoring para dito sa Giant Lanterns, which thankfully for them has recovered real good. And only because they've been slowed down by the defense of the Rum Masters. But the good thing now, if you're the Giant Lanterns, you are recovering. You're getting a good momentum. You're getting good strides to go back into being that offensive team better against Batangas.
Penalty na ang Batangas. Monochea got caught with a push. Jmo Igilos now at the line. Part of the championship team in the inaugural season for Batangas City. Knocks down the first.
And when the game slows down, to my observation, this should be more of the Giant Lanterns' favor.
Itong free throw na ito ay hatid sa atin ng Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Because if you're Batangas, you'd like to keep this momentum. Fast-paced, downhill, a lot of action. You don't want this game to slow down if you're the Rum Masters.
Chance to tie or take the lead for Pampanga. Delfino puts it on the deck. Nermal laban kay De La Verhed. Jan Nermal, 6 on their shot clock, forcing it up, banks it in. We are tied 29-all.
I tell you what, Jan Nermal has scored points so far in this game in the second quarter. But his shots have not been easy. He's never had an easy shot.
Agad naman binawi ng Batangas City as MJ De La Verhen made his move, and the Rum Masters at the moment keeping Pampanga at bay.
Yeah, you look at that one. They shut down the right side of the floor, and Jan Nermal wasn't really squared up, pero he still was able to take that shot. But then again, on the other end of the floor, they continue to run that break. And what I told you, the pace has got to stay in this game if you are Batangas right now.
May timeout ang Pampanga. They just trailed by 2, 31-29. Good size crowd on a Tuesday night dito po sa Batangas City. Gangster fan of the game, born for greatness. Parang kilala ko yan ah. Maris Victorio is in attendance and obviously watching one of the newest Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Hulaan mo na lang, Coach Mike, kung sino. Tatlo lang naman yan eh.
Hindi, ayoko manghula. I wanna be on the safe side. Baka magkamali ako.
Isang clue ko dyan, lumipat siya mula sa isang North division team papunta dito sa Pampanga.
Ay, di si Allen Mina. Tama ba?
Si John pa, galing Manila yon. Oh. Foul whistled on Batangas City.
Naging quiz show eh.
50-50 nga na, Coach Mike.
50-50.
Mamili ka dun sa dalawa.
Tingin ko, feeling ko wala pang girlfriend si John pa dahil bata pa siya. Ano pa man ang reasoning eh. No?
Di natin alam.
Hindi natin alam. Okay.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, Coach Mike, na itong Pampanga, even though they're not really the best of three-point shooting teams here in the league, si Coach Alan Trinidad, they are the best team in terms of getting to the line. Although, hindi masyadong kagandahan din yung kanilang clip. Only 12 out of 20 for 60%. But nonetheless, they draw to within one.
Yeah. Pero I guess that's more to their liking. You know, you send players to the free throw line. That is pretty much how they play. And samantalang ito namang Batangas, they'd like to have, you know, a lot of pace and three-point shooting. Beautiful pass.
Part of the growth now of John Nermal. And Egilos, the recipient of that gorgeous feed. Lamang na ang Pampanga, 32-31.
And that is the second time in a row that the ball was received by J-Mo Egilos. And he always rejects that middle side of the floor. He turns to the baseline because he feels I've got more space going that side of the floor.
Turnover again against the Rum Masters. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And nobody really stayed attached to J-Mo Egilos as he tried to do that mid-lane rim run. And nobody checking on him, and nobody touched him, and he was free for that side.
Already 9 miscues laban dito sa Batangas City. Pero turnover din laban sa Pampanga. Pagkakataon para sa Batangas na maibalik yung kalamangan sa panig nila. Ablaza scoreless here in the second period. And he misses again, and ball will go back to the Giant Lanterns.
That spin going the right side, pretty much makeable shot para dito kay Sed Ablaza. And kaya nakikita mo yung frustration niya. So Coach Cholo continues to, you know, be a man of steadiness. He stays very patient, very composed. And that pretty much is the character of it on Rum Masters as well.
80 seconds left here in the first half. Concepcion putting the moves on Don Ochea, the reigning MPBL Defensive Player of the Year.
There you go.
Delfino puts it up. No good.
Oh, man.
Still skying high for the offensive board. Mina swing pass. Delfino susugod. What a pass inside! And a basket plus a foul for the former Letran Knight, Sonny Estil.
Wow. And that just is CJ Delfino being himself. Quick footwork, drive inside, draw secondary defender, finds Estil underneath.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That has got to be in the highlights. That was a real good move by CJ Delfino.
And this is now a 21-4 run by the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Ablaza got bumped by Allen Mina as he hits the canvas. As he said, Ablaza.
Of course, you know, Allen Mina, apart from scoring, he's also been brought in there for defensive purposes. But it said Ablaza now will go to the line. You know, second leading scorer, said Ablaza. About 62% from the line. See Coach Cholo looking on.
Sideline inbound lang, no? Just the second team foul against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. 44.2 seconds left here in the second period.
What a scoring right there. Huge comeback for Pampanga. After scoring only 9 in the first, they now score 27 here.
Valoria for free, no. Apinan with the offensive rebound. Jexter. This is something they do so well. Apinan finding a cutting Don Ochea for 2 points.
to me, that is really just principles of play. Where it matters where the ball is, that's where the next action is gonna come. And they've been pretty consistent itong Batangas team. That's a push.
Battle down low. A foul called on Jamo
Jamo,
Aguilos.
yeah, should go against Jamo.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Once that ball is underneath, down on the low block, as they try to navigate the baseline, somebody's got to do a slot dive, which in that case, they got on that play.
6 seconds left. De La Virgen for free. No. Sorry, that was Apinan who tried for a putback. And the second quarter comes to a close. It's been a tale of 2 quarters. Batangas had an 11-point lead at the end of one. But pagdating dito sa second period, this trio combining forces here para dito sa Pampanga naman.
The three-point makes of Archie Concepcion, the drives and the free throws, including the spectacular footwork moves of Jamo Aguilos. I feel when he started going inside the paint, making himself available, and showing his presence, it's changed for Pampanga.
At the half, Pampanga with a 2-point lead over Batangas City, 35-33.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Welcome back to the MPBL. It is halftime of our main game between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and Batangas Sanduayra Masters. Ako po si Lyra Ponsalan, and with us tonight is the assistant team manager of the Batangas Sanduayra Masters, Sir Gilbert Alea. Sir, Batangas has been known for its chemistry that's been strengthened all over the years. Do you feel na intact pa rin yun in such a high-pressure game like this?
Yes, definitely. We are riding on a 4 straight victory. We are facing a tough team. Tanduay, Pampanga, 2-time champion. I think ang chemistry namin si intact habang natagal ang conference ay lalo naging intact, and we are waiting for our big man, CJ Lane. I hope pagdating ni CJ, lalong mas lalakas yung aming mga big man.
And sir, I heard that the goal for Batangas is to finally beat a playoff team, and tonight you have that chance against Pampanga. Ano pa sa tingin mo yung mga adjustments na need for the second half to make that happen?
Well, ang ganda ng start namin. Lumabang pa kami ng 15 points, but Pampanga is Pampanga. Siyempre, we are expecting a big game. Siguro, medyo bakbakan ito hanggang huli sa karamdam ko. Both are MPBL champions, and kapit lang mga taga Batangas City, kapit lang mga kababayan, at sa tingin ko maganda laban ito hanggang sa last second.
Sir Gilbert, any greetings and of course any message to the Batangueño supporters?
Maraming salamat po sa patuloy na pagsuporta sa Batangas City Masters, especially to our mayor, Mayor Marvin Marino, and Congressman Beverly Dimacua. At siyempre sa ating team owner, Lucio Tanditerd, at sa libu-libong sumusuporta sa ating Batangas City Masters.
Maraming salamat, Sir Gilbert Alea of the Batangas Sanduayra Masters. The MPBL will be back.
Small detail matters kasi yun yung talaga nagpapapanalo sa amin. Our efforts.
So Serrano, basket at the foul.
Wala pang talo yung Nueva Ecija, so talagang kailangan namin pagandaan, lalo na home court nila yung game namin sa...
Wilson knocks down the three. This is an raise the roof. Manaytay! Oh! He just posterized Miles Canyan. Christian Manaytay, that was nasty.
Just 2 points separating these two squads after the first 2 quarters. Pampanga with a 35-33 lead over the Batangas City Tanduay Masters. And it's Batangas who, through the first few punches dito sa first quarter, Coach Mike, in fact, they led 20-9 at the end of quarter number 1. Bumawi itong Pampanga, had that 11-0 run. They were able to tie the game. In fact, even took the lead before Batangas came back, and Pampanga, as a result, sila na ngayon ng lamang at the end of 2 quarters.
Yeah, itabi na lang natin yung runs na ginawa nitong Davao team na to. You see the championship, composure of both these teams. A team made a run, the other team responded. The 3-pointers have really been a key weapon in the first para sa Batangas, but that percentage has gone down to 15%, only 3 out of 19, and the free throws has worked wonders para dito sa Pampanga, scoring 13 points off of it. And the thing is, the assists really have been more to the side of Batangas with a lot of hot potato action, keeping that ball hot, and a lot of team movement. But the thing is, if you're the Giant Lanterns, you like where you are now, so almost parang back to zero ulit ito para sa dalawang teams na ito.
Archie Concepcion leading the way with 9 points for Pampanga. Jan Nermal just came into quarter number 2, had 7. Ablaza, all 9 of his points came in the first period. Levi Hernandez with 8. And Coach Mike, you mentioned the assist category because Batangas with a +5 advantage there, 12-7. Pero on the flip side, ang dami nilang turnovers, especially in the second period. 8 turnovers leading to 9 turnover points para dito sa Pampanga.
Yeah, and the other stats that have really, shown who's got the advantage to what. It's the points of turnovers, to your point, advantage sa Pampanga, that they are +5 in that department, 9 versus 4. The fast breaks have really been the weapon that Batangas has used, especially early in the first quarter, where they are a +4 in that department, 6 versus 2. And so, is everything right now a little bit parang mas steady stream na ba in this game? I think so. The important thing now for Pampanga, when do you insert back si Larry Muyang, because I feel he's gonna be a key factor, especially on that inside-out options para dito sa Giant Lanterns.
That was what was really impressive during that second quarter run para dito sa Pampanga, because Larry Muyang, saddled with 3 fouls, had to come out early. But Concepcion, Nermal pick up the slack, as now Batangas starts off with Kenneth Ighalo, Odile Larim, Philip Panyamogan, John Ambuluto, and Levi Hernandez. Totally different unit now for Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Yeah, but staying on that Larry Muyang discussion, 7 minutes in the game, only 2 points on 1 out of 2 as Levi Hernandez knocks down that elbow jumper. But what you like about Larry Muyang in that few minutes that he was in there, he was able to grab 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and did not commit a turnover. And so, was he efficient? I'd say yes. He just got into foul trouble. That's the thing. Yung early dalawa talagang mabigat yun para sa Pampanga.
Only played 4 minutes in the first quarter, and then 3 more in the second before committing his 3rd foul.
Ang magiging importante naman dito, Ken, sa Giant Lanterns, if they are going to go to the 3-point, attempts or makes. So far, it's only Archie Concepcion who's made 3s and has done well from 3s, 2 out of 4.
And Pampanga is not really known as a great 3-point shooting team. In fact, they're second to the last in terms of 3-point makes. 5.3 makes a contest.
That is right.
Egilos lalapit.
Oh, yeah.
Nakadukot sa ilalim for 2 points.
I'm telling you, Jamo Eguiluz has got this defense figured out. Once he saw that middle lane open, little pump fake, 1 dribble escape, end up with that finger roll finish.
Dilarim patiently working their offense. Hernandez, bola natapik palabas ni Renz Palma.
Yeah. Remember, we talked about, interchangeable bigs para dito sa sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. You lose Chris Lalata, but you still got Renz Palma. activity-wise, halos pareho lang yan. Maybe a little bit size advantage for Chris, but you're getting the same energy and the same effort with Renz Palma on the floor for the Giant Lanterns.
Pampanga forcing a shot clock violation against Batangas. Andre Armenion, Archie Concepcion, Jemo Egilos, Renz Palma, and Sunny Estel ang lima ni Coach Medic Di Matulak.
Well, all the starters right now resting for Batangas. Samantalang it's only Archie Concepcion's been retained to start the third here for the starters.
Uy!
Oh, wow.
Nalito si Sunny Estel.
Well, maybe because of how they built their philosophies offensively, I feel he was expecting Andre Armenion to lift from the corner with that ball on the middle.
2-point lead. Panyamogan working with Kenneth Ighalo. Ambuluto. 9 on their shot clock. Ighalo cuts, but that pass broken up by Pampanga. They are in transition. Palma goes behind the back. Got tripped by Philip Panyamogan.
You see the speed and the pace of play para dito kay Renz Palma. That is what you get out of this man right here. And again, maybe size-wise, length, a little bit, favor for Chris Lalata, but you are not losing energy when you have Renz Palma on the floor.
Armenion, laban kay Unilarim, is still thought about it. Puts it on the deck. Still 8 on their shot clock. Concepcion in traffic. Bola natapek na agaw at tuluyan nang napamigay ng Pampanga. Bola babalik sa panig ng Batangas City.
Hindi ganun kadali na pumasok sa loob ng paint laban sa depensa ng Batangas. Ang bigat na binibitawan ng depensa nitong Batangas. You have not seen very few, I guess, the one with Archie Concepcion earlier and a couple with Jemo Egulos, or 3 of matter of fact for Jemo Egulos, but everyone else has had a tough time getting inside the paint amidst this defense of Batangas.
11 turnovers now against Batangas City. Hernandez can't get it to go. Ambuluto inside. Count it, plus a foul. Chance for a 3-point play for John Ambuluto.
And John Ambuluto once again saving the day for the Rum Masters. Look at that, just that effort. And he has strength advantage over John Nermal, considering na rin yung kung nasaan si John Nermal on that rebound action. Pretty much left side of the floor. You got John right there up close. He's gonna make it.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Lamang na naman ang Batangas City, 38-37.
You have to remember John Ambuluto in that series against Quezon. He was pretty much one of the key guys, vital for the rotation of Coach Cholo.
Armenion dumps it down low. Bola na agaw ni Mark Olayon, one of the OGs nung championship team nitong Batangas City. Jemo Egilos and Mark Olayon actually were teammates during that championship run in the inaugural season.
Middle ball screen fallout, ends up in the corner 3.
Rebound ending up with Pampanga. Concepcion losing it. Turnover against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Again, it really goes back. If you are going to dribble penetrate against this defense of Batangas, the chances are you're going to have a difficult time. We have not seen a clean layup attempt from the Giant Lanterns, right? Aside from that one by Jemo Egulos. Shake action.
Ighalo, short. Palma the rebound. Nermal is also in for the Giant Lanterns. Ighalo stealing his pocket. Panyamogan now. Goes in. Olayon! Wala. At may foul sa ilalim. Laban sa Pampanga, I believe.
And again, who's down there getting involved? It's your man, John Ambuluto. He is always gonna, get himself in there.
Sorry, it was against Batangas. Ambuluto whistled for his 4th foul.
Wow. Now that's the challenge with John. He plays with a lot of physicality and really madalas ganun nagiging foul trouble sa kanya. And so how does he stay on the floor? It matters para dito sa Batangas.
One and done by Pampanga. Hernandez, straight away free, can't connect. Egilos with a rebound. Egilos with 8 boards. Concepcion on the right side against Mark Olayon. Archie away from play, a foul whistled on Kenan Igalo.
So far, yan ang pinakamahirap na depensahan para dito sa Batangas. Yung nasa ilalim si J-Mo Egalos.
Head of Operations Emerita, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, and Head of Security Rudy Distrito. Larry Muyang babalik sa loob. Meron siyang 3 personal fouls. Samantala, itong Batangas City nag-downsize dito. Lalabas si Ambo. In comes Don Ochea. So no legitimate center on this 5 of Coach Cholo Villanueva. Bounce pass down low. Great help from Levy Hernandez. Levy almost lost it. Recovers. But John Fa really pesky, poking that ball loose. John Fa on the other side, 2 points. Pampanga retakes the lead, 39-38.
Finally, the speed of John Fa producing something really good para dito sa Giant Lanterns. Made a lot of effort on that pressure middle of the lane against Levy Hernandez with the ball.
Hernandez for free, rattles it home.
You know he's not gonna take too long to keep himself silent. He always is gonna find a way to score. Sniper de Mexico going to work right now.
And that was against Archie Concepcion. Concepcion tries to answer, can't connect. Panyamogan the rebound. Under 4 minutes left in the third. Olayon. Ooh, Archie.
Archie's got to keep his cool now. He's one of the vital pieces here for the rotation of the Giant Lanterns. He's got to keep his cool.
And he has a tendency of getting a little bit heated. Ito si Archie.
Pero normally si Archie naman pag ang mga ganyan, lumalamig na kagad yan. I
Oo.
think he really just wants to send a message back to Olayon because previous to this play, Olayon was actually, in my opinion, trying to trash talk him when he was defending him.
Let's see here. Mark Olayon. Ooh.
Yeah, clearly right through the chest of Olayon.
Palagay ko meron nangyari previously.
Yes, there was right here on,
Diba?
on this side of the floor earlier. On the offensive end when the Giant Lanterns, when Archie had that ball right wing.
Si Archie tahimik lang yan pero palaban yan eh. Hindi yan naatras.
Yeah. He's clearly a competitor.
41-39. Panyamogan.
Good
The
fake.
shot fake. Puts it up for 3. No good. Allen Mina clears it for Pampanga.
This is when Allen Mina's got to start producing here for the Giant Lanterns.
John Fa makes his move.
Corner guys free, didn't see it. Finally, he did.
Mina pulls the trigger. No. Offensive rebound. Nermal floats it up and in. We are tied, 41 apiece.
His shots have been very uncomfortable pero he's making it. Doon mo makikita yung maturity sa dami ng nilaro ni John Nermal. Just staying composed amidst this defense.
Hernandez can't get it to go. Mina with another board.
Mina's got to grab and go this one, push the rock.
Bounce pass to Larry Muyang. Again, Batangas working with a smaller lineup. Nermal can't hit the free. Ball will stay with the Giant Lanterns.
And you see Kenneth Igalo. Pag tiningnan mo, mas matangkad si Larry Muyang. Pero yung activity, you have to praise Kenneth Igalo.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. And a foul whistled against Batangas City. 2 free throws coming up for Larry Muyang.
Now, once Larry Muyang and J-Mo Egalos start figuring out how to play in this kind of defense of the Rum Masters, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the interior defense of Batangas.
Lamang na ulit ang Pampanga. 2 former Pampanga Giant Lanterns in Joshua De La Cruz and Matt De Leon. Meanwhile, let's check in with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Larry Muyang treats every game like a mission, every matchup a new challenge. Ngayon ko lang talaga nakakalaban lahat ng teams sa MPBL, kaya parang sa bawat isa may gusto akong patunayan, he shared. He's bringing that fire but always with humility. Palagi pa rin daw siyang nakukumpara kay Balti, but Larry is quick to set the record straight. Mas magaling si Balti, mas may napatunayan na siya sa PGL, ako wala pa, kaya saludo ako sa kanya. But make no mistake, Larry knows his worth and is proud of what they're building in Pampanga. Ang ganda ng culture namin, walang inggitan, lahat na pagbibigyan, lahat mabait. With each game, he stays grounded and grateful, proving that beyond the stats and minutes, it's character and chemistry that keep a championship team strong. Back to this.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Larry Muyang keeping things into perspective. Alam niya, yung Balti Baltasar, talagang ano yan eh, two-time MVP,
Yeah.
arguably the greatest of all time dito in the history of the MPBL. Meanwhile, Coach Cholo Villanueva and behest.
Yeah. I don't think, at least from what we saw, I don't think that was a foul. But, you know, that attack down the lane for John Fa, it's a good thing that John is actually figuring out to play with a lot of pace and control. Let's see this once again. Goes that drive. Oh, yeah. That looked pretty much vertical.
John Fa making 2 free throws. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for the 20-year-old. De La Vergen sent back into the ball game by Coach Cholo. Pampanga with its biggest lead at 4. Aplaza now also in, scoreless in the second period. Gets it back,
Oh, man.
puts it back in, and Batangas within 2 points, sorry.
Yeah, one of the top offensive rebounders for Batangas, Sed Ablasa. But the thing that you like about Sed is yung offensive rebound niya, for the most part, miss niya, kuha niya. So you love that second leap ability to be able to recover and make that basket. You see this right here. Amidst the defense of GP, grabs the offensive rock and puts it back in.
Mina. Well, an offensive foul will be called on GP Faundo.
And that happens only because ang daming activity sa loob.
Ang gusto mo
Oh,
nakikita sa Batangas City, Coach Mike, they're really active on this side of the floor. Kahit pa kanina, actually ngayon, outside sila ngayon eh. Faundo, Muyang, and Normal post and a really strong front line para dito sa Pampanga. But Batangas just keeping right in it. And now, the 6th deadlock of the game as MJ converts on that floater.
Ang kabibiliban mo dito sa dalawang team na to, nasabi ko na to kanina, yung composure. You know, the runs are gonna be fine. We expect each team to have a run. But how do you respond? That's what they're concentrated on. Ito naman, sumagot rin itong Giant Lanterns right now with that basket by Normal.
Aplaza for the lead. Oh, that was halfway down.
That pretty much is a range that he makes those threes.
John Fa in traffic, can't finish. Hernandez catches. Goes right at Allen Mina. 2 free throws coming up for Levi Hernandez.
Legit scorer talaga si Levi Hernandez. On a catch and shoot, he was able to measure where the defense was. He understood the feet weren't set. So immediately attacks going middle against that defense of Allen Mina. John Pham, you know, showed really good minutes in this third quarter for the Giant Lanterns.
These numbers are almost a mirror image of what he had back in Season 2 with Pampanga, where he joined forces with not only Jong Baloria, but with Mike Wico. They formed there a deadly scoring trio for Pampanga. At pinaltan na nga siya dito ni Jong Baloria. Levi Hernandez exits with 15 points.
Yeah, you talk about a lot on the offense of Levy, but you love that he also is the second best blocker para dito sa Batangas. And speaks highly that the effort is not just in scoring, it's even on defending.
Nermal puts it on the deck. And Don Ochea got called with that foul.
And again, it's been consistent on how they're covering John Nermal. They are not giving John Nermal a comfortable finish, not even a pull-up. They're not giving him a pull-up. They always invite him to put the ball on the floor, and then we will defend you from there.
Sonny Still comes back in for Pampanga. John Nermal at the line. Free throw shooting, 18 of 26 ang Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Almost 70%. That's really where they make their living.
That's right. Matter of fact, at the break, they were a plus 14 in attempts and a plus 9 on makes. And so that is a part of the game which the Giant Lanterns have really exploited. You know, getting to the line and making free throws. Although you'd like to hope if you're the Giant Lanterns now that they should shoot a little bit better, because at the half they were shooting what, 61%. Right now they're at 68. You know, kahit paano tumataas na yung conversion nila pagdating sa line.
Last shot time para dito sa Batangas City. A chance to tie or take the lead. King importante, pinasok dito ni Coach Cholo Villanueva. MJ drives, flips it up. And 5.4 ticks left. MJ.
You see how they set up that offensive sequence. The one given the screen was that Olayon, right? And you've got one pass away, Seda Blasa, and on the corner, you have Jong Baloria. Either way, if that lane gets clogged, it's MJ's decision whether to attack the paint or spray it out to either Sed or even Jong, who are really good shooters from the outside.
MJ with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Pampanga a chance here. Mina heaves it up. Had a good line, but just short. At dyan po nagtatapos ang ating third period. Six deadlocks and 4 lead changes in the third quarter alone. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
The fact that in this quarter, both teams have not reached 20 points output, it shows you this continues to be a defensive game. But you love how John Fa and the rest of the guys have actually pushed the pace and try to do a little bit better on the fast break. But so far, it's the free throws and this guy right here that has helped out the production for the Giant Lanterns.
Sino ang kukurap dito sa fourth quarter? Tabla tayo. 49 apiece. We'll be back for the fourth and final period. Special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Fourth quarter na po tayo ng laban ng Pampanga at Batangas City. Ito ang ating fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Yan, very similar, alam mo, Ken, dun sa rebounding output nitong laban na to in the first half. This continues to be an even Steven when it comes to board action. You know, both have 32 rebounds altogether. Kanina is 24-22. Just a slight advantage to Batangas. Oh, a long free.
Big three-pointer to begin the quarter para dito kay MJ De La Vergen as they reclaim the lead. 52-49. You see the quarter scoring. First quarter belonged to Batangas. Bumawi ang Pampanga, outscoring Batangas by 13 in the second period. But here in the third, dikdikan. And then MJ De La Vergen with 9 points. Ablaza way off on that shot.
But you know what? Yung couple of 20-point outputs on the first and the second quarter, those to me were really runs to which they responded. This third quarter has established this is definitely a defensive game.
Normal, Mintes. De La Virgen with a rebound. Uy, libre si Sed, but De La Virgen hell-bent on taking that shot. No good. CJ spins. The Tasmanian Devil with a whirling dervish.
Wow, what a move by the Tasmanian Devil. You're thinking he's out of control, but man, that balance off that spin. Said didn't want to commit a foul because he thought, you're not in a good balance position, but boy, the way that he finished that shot attempt, CJ Delfino.
Valoria in traffic. Turnover against Batangas.
Everybody converged inside the paint on that drive by John Valoria, but he did have Sedan Blasa on that corner. So we see this outlet right here. Wow, what a beautiful spin. You think he's out of control? No, able to finish right through that left side, right side of the rim.
It's your great move of the game. Born for greatness. Concepcion. Way off. Muyang the rebound. And he'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
7th rebound on the game for Larry Muyang. He's again going to go to the line where so far he's 2 out of 3.
Muyang playing limited minutes tonight as a result of him being in foul trouble in the first half.
And, you see this last game between these two, Larry Muyang as well as JLC. Those two guys pretty much have helped that point production in the game. And you love that they continue to be, vital rotation pieces para dito sa Giant Lanterns. That was a double-double for Larry Muyang, 14 and 11. Shot 58% from the field. Samantalang ito naman si JLC was 66% from the field and 1 of 3 3-point shooting and 3 of 5 from the free throw line.
Clemente, though, has not yet seen action here in the second half for Pampanga.
That's right. Matter of fact, he only has 6 minutes so far logged in this game. But that, to me, just shows you the deep bench of the Giant Lanterns.
Kasi nga naman, may Jan Nermal ka na at Allen Mina. Mark Olayon with offensive rebound. Olayon for free. No. Ablaza inside. Got blocked from behind by Egilos. And a jump ball forced by King Importante. Pero yung possession arrow nakaturo sa panig ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
And Coach Cholo loving the effort of his boys in that last offensive sequence. I guess especially with how King Importante battled out for that possession.
Inclusive. Therefore, the challenge has been nullified. Initial ruling on the floor stays. Foul on number 11, Mark Olayon, his first.
Inclusive challenge. So, hindi naman babawiin yung challenge kay Coach Cholo, pero mananatili yung foul on Mark Olayon. So, 2 shots coming up for Larry Muyang.
Yeah, and Larry Muyang, pretty much seated for the most of the game. But you like now, especially here in the fourth quarter, to start grinding and start producing for the defending champs.
Mintis yung pangalawa. 10 lead changes and 8 deadlocks in this ball game. 53-52, Pampanga with a 1-point lead. De La Virgen working with Ablaza. Said got pushed as he issued that pass. Foul whistled on a Giant Lantern.
Then again, you go back to that principle of play para dito sa Batangas. They set up that middle ball screen, gets a pocket pass over to Sed Ablaza. The bigs converge towards that drive by Ablaza. But who do you got on the right side wing and right side corner? Levy Hernandez and Kenneth Ighalo, both very capable three-point shooters.
Hernandez gets it back off the glass. Wala pa din. Nermal finally clears it for Pampanga.
Good defense by the Giant Lanterns that time. They got a chance to push this lead. They're up 1.
Under 7 minutes remaining. Muyang can't hit the free. Olayon calls in the rebound.
Olayon is getting quality minutes here on the floor. Considerable time for the Batangas Rum Masters.
Did not even play in the first half. Hernandez
man.
strong to the basket. Got it, plus a foul.
That is just crafty scoring by Levy Hernandez. Two-man game, rejects that screen, finds that right lane open, attacks it, and goes for that finish on the baseline against that defense of Jay Moegoles.
Okay, the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
The reason that I say that is, ika nga, sukat ng mabuti ni Levy Hernandez yung atake na yun.
Labang ulit ang Batangas, 55-53. Nermal, laban kay Olayon. Nermal, the up fake. Battle for the rebound. Nermal ends up with it. Forcing it up.
Oh, man.
Olayon, like you said, providing that steady presence right now para dito sa Batangas.
Wow. Olayon has played almost 10 minutes so far in this game. He has not scored. He has not made a field goal. But his defensive presence has spelled the difference. Good give and go.
Hernandez with a rebound. His 5th of the ball game. Siya ngayon magbababa ng bola para sa Batangas. Under 6 left. Laban kay Muyang. Sidestepping himself to a free!
Oh, wow! Oh, man! And he knew that shot was gonna go in.
Listen to this crowd erupt. Levy Hernandez scoring the last 6 points for Batangas City.
And he shot that ball right in front of us. He knew that he had enough space to get off that shot. And once he released it, he felt good. And he knew that shot was gonna go in.
Pampanga calls for time. Levy Hernandez loving it. And magkaibigan yan dalawang yan.
Kaibigan yan.
Batangas with a 5-point lead, 58-53. Update lang po sa ating player matchup between 2 Kapampangans. Parehong tubong Mexico, parehong former Arellano chief. But it's the elder statesman having the edge here, Coach Mike.
Agree. And more minutes though on the side of Archie Concepcion, but Levy, 5 lesser minutes, but his production so far on the floor is really good.
Levy Hernandez came out to play. 21 points, 5 rebounds. And still not done. Concepcion though has come up huge for certain situations para dito sa Pampanga. Right now they trail by 5 points. Clemente ngayon lang pinasok dito ni Coach Pedic here in the second half.
Yeah, and they're gonna need him to score from the outside.
Oh, the block by
wow.
Mark Olayon. 6 seconds left. JLC for free, no good.
Wow.
And De La Vergen gets the rebound.
Wow, Mark Olayon, Ken. He has gotten quality minutes. And he's returning the favor to Coach Cholo.
De La Vergen, muntik nang mapatid. It's a kick ball against Pampanga. Shot clock will be reset to 14.
Boy, you see this move right here. He had all ball on that shot attempt by Archie Concepcion. And he has made life difficult for Archie since coming in and defending against him.
Mula nang pinasok si Mark Olayon dito, hindi na pinagpahinga. Larry Muyang! I love it, Coach Mike.
I mean, you love the game, but you love the compete in both these guys and refusing to give up. Levy says, oh, titirahan ulit kita, pero hindi na pwede yan, sabi ni Larry. Oh, wow! Oh, my.
Levy Hernandez, back-to-back freeze. It's now an 8-point ball game. Concepcion, no. Armenion to JLC. 10 on their shot clock. The flip shot will work for John Lloyd Clemente.
Again, another shot going that side of the floor. It wasn't easy for the Giant Lanterns. But right now, Levy Hernandez, boy, he's 4 out of 10 from 3.
Aplaza way off. Clemente with a rebound. Batangas not yet out of the woods.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Clemente nakabuelo, susugod. But Ablaza standing his ground, got the stop. Levy Hernandez with 24 points. Under 4 minutes left here in the fourth period.
Coach Cholo calling ice play right now.
Levy kicks it out to Ighalo. 4 on their shot clock.
Good defense.
Ighalo, a second remaining. And it's a shot clock violation against the Rome Masters.
Good defense by the Giant Lanterns that time. You see this 3 right here. Quick ball fake. And he didn't even dip that shot. It went straight up.
He is in a different zone right now, Levy Hernandez. Pero yung sagot galing dito kay John Lloyd Clemente.
Ibang klase yung tapos ng dalawang yon. And again, just quality basketball we're seeing from both these teams. Both having 13 turnovers so far.
Now it's 14 against Pampanga.
Doon sa situation na yun, I think, Coach Pedic was asking for a foul. He felt that, I thought so too, that Alan Mina got hit on the arm. But that was masyadong malapit yung pasa. Didn't have enough spacing on that action for the Giant Lanterns.
Valoria, pinasok dito ni Coach Cholo. He's now playing point guard. Ighalo drives right. Got shut down. Ablaza, puwersa. That one rolling out. Muyang tracks it down. Napatid siya doon ni Mark Olayon.
Ganda ng activity ni Larry Muyang. Ang sinasabayan niya sa lahat ng pagkakataon na makakatulong siyang rebound, he is always gonna be there. He has not gotten quality, volume attempts, but man, the effort that he's given off the boards, 9 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds, of those 9 coming from your big man in Larry Muyang.
John Fa. Egilos. They get it to Allen Mina against Mark Olayon. 9 on their shot clock. Mina makes his move. Kick out pass. Egilos. A bit off his range, but makes it anyway. The former Batangas City champion back in the inaugural season hits a big shot to pull Pampanga to within 4 points.
And just staying composed. He, so far, has gotten quality shots for the Giant Lanterns. Another basket made. He is now 4 out of 5 from the field. And boy, just quality looks that J-Mo Eguiluz has given the Giant Lanterns.
Batangas with a timeout. Their lead dwindled down to 4, 61-57. Si Maris Victorio ay hindi mapakali dahil itong Pampanga ay naghahabol just down by 4, 61-57. By the way, the previous 5 meetings, Coach Mike, nitong dalawang kupunan na ito, Pampanga has won 4. They are 4-1 overall in the MPBL against Batangas. But by context here, the last 4 games were played in each of the home courts of the respective teams. Pampanga played at home in Season 3, 4, and 6 as Seda Blaza scores para dito sa Batangas.
At that time, Seda Blaza using foot speed right there. I guess, was he defended by Larry Muyang that time or J-Mo Eguiluz? Really just claiming that baseline. Look at that trap.
Oh, great pass.
wow.
Mina, the catch. And the feed to Larry Muyang. We are down to our final 2 minutes. 63-59. Batangas with a 4-point lead.
What a game this has been, Ken. Neither team is out of the woods here.
Valoria to Ablaza. Natapik sa likod ni John Fa. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Batangas City. But they can review this one under the last 2 minutes. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Quick thinking by Allen Mina right there. Catching that ball and immediately releasing it to big man Larry Muyang on that short corner.
Just to add on to my point, Coach Mike, binanggit ko nga, no, 4-1 ang Pampanga. Their only loss against Batangas was back in Season 5. As we check out here this last out-of-bounds play first.
Ball got tapped.
Tanong tumama ba ulit kay Seth? Ooh.
Oh, that should be Giant Lanterns ball. Sure looked like twice it hit Seda Blaza before it went out. That should be Giant Lanterns ball.
Season 5, nanalong Batangas against Pampanga. It was just little bit across here sa Batangas State University. During that time, wala pang talo yung Pampanga. This was the first season with Justin Baltasar. They lost that game. Talking about Pampanga, only one of 2 losses during the regular season. The one against Makati, that was in Muntinlupa naman. So they lost to Batangas and Makati in Season 5. Ngayon, ang Batangas may pagkakataon na naman na makaisa laban dito sa Pampanga here on their home turf. This time dito sa Batangas City Coliseum.
Yeah, that's right. The officials made the right call right there. It sure looked like it was touched last by Seda Blaza.
And also for context, lahat po ng laro between these 2 squads except yung very last game nila last season, lahat dikit. Tinambakan ng Pampanga itong Batangas sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center last season. But here, man, another close one. Pampanga just behind by 4 points. Olayon has played almost the entire second half, now trying to guard Allen Mina. Clemente puts it on the deck, laban kay Levi Hernandez. Mina peeks at the clock, 8 seconds left. Allen makes his move, Ablaza switching on him. JLC for free, no! Valoria grabs the rebound.
Wow, look at the control off the boards. And they're gonna use a little bit of clock here, considerable. They are up by 4.
Valoria for free! Clemente with the rebound. Pagkakataon para sa Pampanga. Mina saves it. Muyang falls down. Clemente able to get it. Still a lot of time if you're the Giant Lanterns. John Fa. Clemente. 6 seconds left on their shot clock.
Wow, this defense.
Extra feed. Clemente again.
Wow.
A massive shot from downtown from John Lloyd Clemente.
How about the quick decision of John Fa not to take that shot, not to be tempted to attempt at all, and trying to find the better guys to shoot the 3. Pressure right here. Oh,
Valoria turns it over. Pampanga basketball with 18.5 seconds remaining.
what a sequence. In the last 2 possessions, you see this here. Clock was winding. Mina had to kick it over to John. John decided not giving up to JLC. He's the better shooter than me, and he knocks it down. What a game.
Struggling all game long. John Lloyd Clemente with that booming triple, and here Pampanga able to get a stop, forcing a turnover. They get the ball back.
But what you love about that defense of John Fa, he was single coverage against John Valoria. Let's listen in.
14? No, what? 14? No, all court, down ball, hey. Archie, Clemente normal. Stop. You are here, pa. Coach, normal.
Okay na ko natin. Oh, guys, pressure natin, pressure. Lahat, rebound. One stop na lang tayo.
Open the ball.
What do you think, Coach Mike?
Well, it's tough to figure out. I don't understand. He just called out John Normal. And I think that was John Lloyd Clemente, the other guy that he called.
Now, they opted to inbound it from the backcourt. So clearly, I think what they're trying to do here is go for the last shot.
Yeah, most probably. That's the thing. But one other reason might be they want to compact that half-court set with the stingy defense of the Rum Masters right now. And this game is going to be decided by defense versus offense. I say this might be the final possession of this game.
Clemente, Mina, Concepcion, Egilos, and Muyang, the unit for Coach Pedic Di Matulak. Concepcion laban kay Ochea. 10 seconds left. Clemente for free. No! Concepcion tracks it down. 5 seconds left. Floats it up and in! Batangas still has a timeout with 2.7 seconds remaining. Wow, Archie Concepcion comes up clutch once again.
It was the race for the offensive rebound. But before that, that shot by JLC really looked good. But look at Archie Concepcion chasing for that ball. Floater on its way, and a 1-point lead for the Giant Lanterns. All hustle and effort for Archie.
Archie Concepcion also struggling all game long with the biggest shot for Pampanga. Timeout Batangas. Let's listen in.
Magandang. Okay.
Purposes, no? Kay
Kay normal daw, kay normal.
Eh, defensive player! Defensive player!
Ready. Strong. Set. Okay. Ganito ah. Please screen. Ito yung crucial dito. Kailangan makuha yung bola dito. Tama? Ngayon, pag nakuha yung bola, screen. Go. Meron doon. Nothing happens there. Walang pase dito. Go, Jong. Then, makatay ka na. 3 seconds ha, 3.9 seconds. Guys, expect the foul.
Oh boy. Again, I'd like to say it's tough to figure out what they discussed, but it sure looked like if that first look is not available, they're gonna have a second option to look at. But the thing is, you only have, how many seconds do we have? 3?
3.9.
3.9.
Also, important to note, Pampanga is not yet in penalty. They still have 2 more fouls to give. Now they recalibrate it to 4.1 seconds. Panyamogan, Hernandez, Ighalo, Paloria, and Ablaza, the unit for Coach Cholo. Ablaza catches the cut. Hernandez lays it up and in! What a perfectly drawn up play by Coach Cholo Villanueva.
And who better to finish that than that guy right here? Look at that. They tried to cross screen that one, bringing in Cedar Blasi to the weak side of the floor. Gets that on the post. A dive slot by Levy Hernandez. What a beautiful finish going glass. That play is very similar to what's called a Brad Stevens winner play. Instead, they tweaked it. Instead of a 3, they settled for this drive by Levy Hernandez. A beautiful execution by the Rum Masters.
Wow, gutsy play by Coach Cholo Villanueva, but still some time left on the clock. 1.1 seconds remaining. Timeout Pampanga, and we'll listen in to their huddle.
But Archie gave it a good chase. Archie gave that shot a good chase. He was just late.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy tayo dito. Levy Hernandez looks like he suffered an injury after
Right.
making the basket, but one last stop if you're Batangas.
Now you look at the 5 of the Rum Masters right now. These are all defensive. 5 players on the floor for the Rum Masters. Odil Arim, Don Ochea, King Importante, Kenneth Ighalo, and one of the best inserts in this game so far, Mark Olayon.
Nermal will trigger it in. This is gonna be either a catch and shoot or a play going to the basket.
We still got time.
Nermal. Muyang puts it up. Batangas City survives.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy, Batangas has endured numerous heartbreaks over the course of their last 4 seasons. But here, against the 2-time defending champions of all opponents, Coach Mike, they deliver in the clutch and pull through.
Tell you what this does. This game, I feel in my opinion, is gonna boost all the more the confidence of the Rum Masters. You have to remember, the Rum Masters did not get anything off the window. This is really the core players still coming together post-window, and you love this view right here with Larry Muyang and Levy Hernandez, you know, having a good shot in the middle of the floor. Who else is going to be our best player of the game? Of course, definitely the guy that's been the hero so far. He scored a lot of points. He's 26 points of a 9 of 20 shooting. He's got 6 rebounds and, you know, just really good percentage, lalo na from 3, 4 of 11 from 3, and none more important than this play right here, just staying squared and in control towards the finish.
Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Levy Hernandez comes through for Batangas City. Our final score, 65-64. The Rum Masters prevail over the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Levy Cabalen, congratulations. This is such a big win for Batangas. Grabe yung bakbakan at asaran nyo ni Archie even to those last minutes of the game. Anong pakiramdam na yung pinakamahalagang basket pa yung naipasok mo na nagpanalo sa inyo ngayon?
Yun nga, siguro yung team effort namin kasi kahit na-shoot ni Archie yung may oras pa. So sabi ni Coach, kami to, makakukuha namin panalo. Buti yan, na-execute namin maayos yung inbound play namin.
At kwento mo naman yung after kang masupalpal ni Muyang and even in those many times na na-stop ka, mas bumulusok ka pa at mas umiscore.
Yun nga, part ng game yan kasi excited lang naman kami. So si Larry, kumpare ko naman yan kaya sa loob ng court, siyempre magkalaban. Pero pag sa labas ng court yan, halos magkakaibigan lang naman kami.
Levy, any messages and greetings lalo na sa mga Batanggenjos na nandito ngayong gabi?
Ayun nga, sa lahat ng taga Batangas na sumuporta sa amin, maraming salamat sa inyo. Sana huwag kayong magsawang suporta yung Tanduay Batangas team. Binabati ko pala yung mama at papa ko, yung misis ko, yung baby ko, si Kim, si Sia, yung yaya nila, mga kapatid ko, Hernandez family, Miranda family, tropa ko sa Mexico, mga kaibigan ko, si paring Rogie, si paring Jay, si paring Justin, si paring Erwin, lahat ng taga Batangas, maraming salamat sa inyo.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, Levy Hernandez of the Batangas Tanduayra Masters. Our best play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. What a well-deserved victory for Levy Hernandez and the rest of the Batangas City Tanduayra Masters, earning their 5th straight victory. And on Thursday, pupunta tayo sa Pasay Astrodome, 4 p.m. game between Parañaque and Gensan, followed by the Quezon Huskers going up against the Davao Occidental Tigers. And in our main game, the Pasay Voyagers will defend their turf against the Muntinlupa Cagers. And boy, this game lived up to its billing. And that's gonna do it for coverage here from Batangas City on behalf of Coach Mike Perez and Miss Lyra Punsalan and our entire crew. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.